Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have a standout running back from Western Kentucky. His name is Elijah Young. And hey, man, nice to have you on.
Was good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, I feel like a lot of people need to get to know you. There's a whole lot of great talent in Conference USA, and you yourself represent, that conference very well. Even more so, given the fact that you're going to be in that title game here very soon. So, Elijah, go ahead and introduce yourself, and let's get going.
Well, like I said, I'm Elijah Young, a running back for Western Kentucky. Um, that's really majority. That's it.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more to you than that. I do want to kind of set the stage for you. I mean, bro, you were a standout athlete in high school, giving you several opportunities, that you could have gone, coming out of high school to college. But, buddy, let's kind of start from the very beginning, if you don't mind. Tell us how long you've been playing football.
So I kind of had, so it all started with I had some issues, always wanted to fight growing up, so got in fights at schools, and then I say about middle school, like seventh grade, end up getting introduced to football. So I'm like, hey, so you telling me I can, you feel me, hit somebody and not get in trouble for it and stuff like that. It was like, yeah, so I felt like I could take it somewhere after that. I ended up being all right at it.
Yeah, and for a lot of people that I talk to, football is truly an outlet. Whether it's there's other things in this world. I mean, there's so much crap going on in society, even, and hey, you get on the football field, and a lot of things just kind of seem right. When it comes to being a part of a brotherhood, and like you said. Um, on a football field, you can actually hit some people and
Yeah,
not get thrown in jail.
correct.
So it works out. So Elijah, again, as I had mentioned, a standout athlete in high school, attended South Doyle High School there in the Knoxville, Tennessee area, and Buddy had a phenomenal, high school career on the football field, as well as a standout track and field athlete. A lot of great accolades. Your senior year, your what? Gatorade Player of the Year, like your Mr. Tennessee. You got all this hype coming your way. Talk about that fantastic senior year for you in high school, and anything else you want to share about those times.
Yeah, so we started out hot, and after that we were like we going on a run, so ending up with 40, I want to say 42 touchdowns. Really just grinding, I never been, like I said, I never been to a championship or nothing. So I just want to see how far we could take this, So we ended up doing that. Ended up being honored to for the Gatorade Player of the Year and Mr. Football. So yeah.
Well, hey, I think it kind of is, something well earned when you have as many scores as you did in high school. I had in my notes uh, a really awesome number of somewhere close to like 2,500 all-purpose yards. When you look at a guy like yourself, I mean, you really need to understand that that's the kind of guy you're getting. When I say all purpose, I'm saying a kind of running back that can do all of those things that you need a running back to do. You had a phenomenal high school career, And bro, I know you had tons of offers coming out of high school. So talk about the whole recruiting process, if you don't mind.
So yeah, I want to say it's like my eighth grade. We're going into like my freshman year, so it's my freshman summer. Ended up going to a satellite camp down in down in Nashville, at TSU. I think it was hardball. I think it was his little thing there. All the schools was there. And so I ended up meeting a guy that goes by Riley Howard. He actually runs a 707 program, trained pro athletes and all that. And ended up I guess I ended up doing well that camp. So ended up meeting him that day, and that's also who I played 707 with. And so that next day, he take his some other kids to Tennessee, the UT. Ended up running a what I ran a 4.37, 4.38 there. Ended up getting an offer my eighth grade year. And after that, it just started coming in. So it was Tennessee, then it was Louisville, South Carolina, and it just kept going.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much in a position where you could have potentially gone damn near anywhere. When you have a guy with just kind of natural speed, it's and obviously all of those yards that you racked up. I mean, you're going to have a ton of offers. Um, Also, a guy that was a standout track and field athlete in high school, running. I have in my notes a 10.7, but I mean, I feel like
10-7.
you probably could have done even better if you were actually, I don't know, maybe doing it a little longer. You know what I mean?
And that's the
What do you feel?
thing. I didn't run my senior year
Mm,
because I enrolled early at Mizzou. So that was actually so yeah, I ran a 10-7 at state my junior year.
mm. Well, hey, it's still okay. I mean, you figure you go out there, you put up great numbers on the track, and then of course, out right out of high school, you end up going to Missouri. So you're there, and you're playing in the SEC, playing against the top best talent in like the entire country. So, talk a little bit about your time at Missouri.
I love Mizzou, and my old coach used to say like the people you go to college with are usually will probably end up being your best man at your wedding, And I can honestly say that I have a relationship and friendships there at Mizzou that I would cherish forever. Even the guys that I came in with, Brady Cook, I talk to him to this day. Um, so I love Mizzou.
And then, of course, I don't know, maybe things didn't work out quite the way you wanted there at Mizzou, getting maybe as many touches as you maybe felt like you deserved. I mean, I'm not trying to necessarily put words in your mouth, but I mean, uh, that's kind of at least kind of what I figured because I mean, you make the jump to Western Kentucky and you are now the man getting all these touches, over these past couple seasons. Talk about that overall transfer and how you ultimately ended up at Western Kentucky.
I mean, it's time, you feel me? We're all grown, so we just had an adult talk, Basically just told him that I just feel me, I just didn't like my position, nothing against anyone else, So we just parted our ways, it's respectful. We feel me, it's just an adult conversation that had to be done. It's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, and let's just kind of face it. I mean, being at Western Kentucky, you are able to do a whole lot. I mean, when you first come to Western Kentucky, you figure Western Kentucky here lately has been known for their offense.
Correct.
And no offense to anyone else, but I mean, like Western Kentucky, they do a whole lot. Like they air that ball out. Like they've been a very effective offense over the past really several seasons. and you get there and you're able to be used in every single facet, man. I mean, you're there, as a running back, receiver, special teamer. Um, Talk to me a little bit about really just kind of, I guess, elaborate more about how you've been used since getting there.
So yeah, Will Fran, our offensive coordinator, he has a long history of coaching everywhere, especially with the O-line. So with him here, he helps out a lot with our O-line here, with our O-line coach, Minardi. And so a big thing he wants us to do now is just not just be known for just throwing the ball, because we're going to do that great regardless. Now we're going to pound the football. So with us being able to do both, team can't just do one thing on us. They can't just back everybody off. Now we're just going to pound the ball at you, make you stop that. You want to bring up everybody. Now we're going to do what we love doing best, is throwing at you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you can be like in offense where you are doing everything, then you kind of get to a point where you are a bit unstoppable.
Right.
So it's nice that you guys have been able to, go out there and execute more or less whatever you want. Um, so I mean, I think when people are looking at you as a running back, as a prospect, dude, they obviously look at the speed. I mean, you have a excellent, track record of that, and then also being an all-purpose back, being a guy who can be utilized as a receiver, as a special teamer. Other than those things, what do you feel is maybe perhaps the most slept upon trait that you feel people might like tag you with or against?
Um, Slept on. Uh, I feel like. So, of course I can make someone miss, but I feel like I like doing both. I'm a guy that can make you miss, but I also, you feel me, try to run you over. I also break a couple tackles, get to the next person. So really, I say slept on, really just me being a playmaker.
Well, I mean, I think sometimes, and forgive me, but I think sometimes people first they look at the size and
Correct.
they're thinking, well, this guy's not like, 6'1", 220 or some big
Correct.
pounding running back that you can that you can use. But as you mentioned, I mean, you are willing to, you know, kind of get low and finish. And I think
Correct.
that and would that be a correct way of maybe
That's
saying that?
spot on. That's spot on.
Exactly. So, um, obviously, you've been part of a lot, over your time. And I do want to kind of highlight a lot of things from your career. So, um, of course, coming to Western Kentucky, getting more opportunities. I feel like we need to kind of, spend most of our time talking about these past couple seasons. Um, what have been maybe your best moments, maybe even best plays? Can you walk me through a couple?
Best plays. Yeah.
When you're like
Uh,
breaking tackles and going downfield for like 60 yards or something crazy like
yeah.
that.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I got you. So we can go last year, the UTEP game. I think UTEP. So if you know anything about UTEP, they hands down got the best stadium to me. They hands down got the best stadium, because it's like how it's built is it's like on a mountain. It's on the side of a mountain. And then if you look outside of the stadium, you can look like directly into Mexico, like directly, hand beautiful, I'm telling you. And so yeah, we're up. Next thing you know, it's like after halftime, we couldn't get nothing started in the run game. Like we couldn't get anything. And so So all you know is so we're like we're just about to run. We're about to try to run the ball. We feel me? We're gonna put the hands. We're gonna put the ball in your hands, and we're gonna let you go. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And so here we are. I get the handoff. I see open head. I see open room. I see someone in there. I make them miss, and like we're just running. It's me. I'm just running. Next thing you know, I don't know. I don't know how fast he was going, but my boy Dalvin just caught up to me. Like I mean, fast too. So we're just both running side by side. I'm just running, and we scored. So I say that's hands down probably my best. I say my best touchdown. I would say.
Well, it's kind of fun too when you're running down the field with a teammate. It's
Right.
kind of like, hey man, I'll race you there,
Yeah.
or at least like I'll be with you like every step of the way, and then
Facts.
we're gonna celebrate in the end zone. So I think that that's obviously an awesome time. So um, what is maybe perhaps your favorite play calls as a running back? Again, I mean, we're talking about you as an all-purpose guy. So, what is maybe perhaps that one play that you like to hear, man? Like is it a counter play or what? Can you talk me through some of the favorites that you like executing?
Um, really? Really, I say counter. I say counter or like it can go more like duo run scheme. Anything with me just you feel me just going. You feel me? Just me get my legs going, just going, you know. I say any type of run things like that. And then I say pass wise, you know, screens, um just any type of like swings, vertical routes, anything for real.
Yeah, I think and if I could be free to say, I feel like the plays that you are given any space to work with, uh, your opponents are screwed. So, I mean, you're basically, all you need is just a little bit of space to work with, and you can make something happen. And that's really all the team needs to do with you. So, because of the fact that you do have that speed to get down the field very quickly, make the first guy miss, and you're gone. And that's kind of it, whether it be like you want to run play or, sometimes a screen is kind of like a default like run play anyways, if we're being real. So, um,
Correct.
hey, it's nice to be able to, just have those moments where you can get down the field and really do some damage, to your opponent. So, cool. So, bro, obviously I'd mentioned at the top of this that you're planning on the championship game for Conference USA here in a couple days, actually against Jacksonville State, and I feel like you guys might be favored. I'm not trying to jinx you guys, but I mean, how are you going to go out there and execute, dominate, and come out the victors in that game?
Uh so so I'm just put a little information out there that so last week us so let's start here. Like 2 weeks ago we lost to Liberty. And so we were like, oh, like, you feel me? Like, this is like, dang, like, this is about it. We're about to end, you know? And so, coach came to me and said, yeah, like, so we have to beat Jack State because we just played Jack State. We got to beat Jack State and, Sam Houston has to beat Liberty for, us to turn out to be in the championship. So, Sam Houston ended up beating Liberty. And so we were like, all right, like we gotta go. Like, you feel me? We know what they're gonna do. We just gotta, you feel me, just excuse my language, but nut up, you know. We have to do whatever it takes, you know. And that's what we were doing. We already told ourselves like, a senior night. At this point, this is my last game playing, my last home game. So I'm telling myself and my teammates like I'm giving it all on the line. And so that's what I did, and we just gotta execute. I feel like we both are offense and defense left plays on the field. A lot of MAs. So we just gotta. I feel like we haven't had one full game where we both work together, and I feel like why not now?
Yeah, and you figure if things are working in your favor, the stars are aligning, giving you guys opportunities to really put it in, your hands, where like you go out there, you lay it out on the line, like you said, and you're going up against a team that you've already faced, you already know that, what to do out there, like you've already studied your opponent and not to, I guess, play down to that, but I mean, obviously, you're already prepared. You're already prepared, and I feel like you guys are gonna go out there and do very well against these guys. And hey, hopefully, just continue to have these last few moments of you playing collegiately. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm
Yes,
excited to
bro.
see that game. So. Um, Elijah, do want to get a chance to meet the guy off the field a little bit. So, anything that you got to say about yourself, whether it be, your hobbies, any special talents, fun facts, or something like we've already said a little bit about all your accolades and all, but like some other things about you that maybe other people need to know. Can you hit me with something?
So I'm into cars. I love cars. Pretty your modern cars, I'm into gaming. I stream a lot. I be on PS5, PC, all types of sorts of games. And last one, I say, so I was on a bowling team in high school for 2 years. And so I didn't really know how to bowl then, but like during the season I would just learn, pick up things and end up learning how to be all right at bowling. So I got my own bowling ball, shoes, all that. And so if I'm ever just driving, just got free time, I just go to the bowling alley and just, you feel me, just clear my head and just chill. So I guess you could say I kind of like the bowl.
Gotcha. Just to kind of ride a little bit off of some of those questions, you had said you're a bit of a car guy.
For
Um,
real.
but what is maybe your dream car that one of these days you want to own?
I like a track hawk. I feel like that's my dream car. Four wheel, all-wheel drive, supercharged. I just I just gotta have it.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about your hometown in Knoxville. I mean, I think a lot of people know Tennessee, maybe in other particular ways, but is there something there at your hometown that you just love to experience when you get there?
Um, when I see, I love to eat. I will say that. So with the place I have to go, like if I have to go every time I go to town, it's a spot in the mall called Saraku. It's a Japanese spot, and it's like chicken teriyaki. I gotta have it every time I go in town. When I go in town and when I'm leaving town, I gotta have it. Got to.
It's kind of interesting because, like, when I think of Tennessee, sometimes I think of barbecue. It just
Hmm.
depends, but hey, I mean, obviously, like, you have these memories of, getting food at this one place. So, got to give those guys some love there for sure. So, uh, another couple quick questions for you. Uh, let's give some love to maybe some dudes there who are your fellow hilltoppers in this particular fashion. So, Elijah, I'm going to say pick three guys from your squad. If there was like a zombie apocalypse, who are the dudes that you want in your corner when
Man,
all hell breaks loose?
okay, so I feel like if you go Apocalypse, you gotta have just one crazy, just country guy. You know, just go deer hunting. Goose hunting, all that. You just got to. I gotta go. My boy Big Mike. Big Mike. He's from Texas, so he's just crazy altogether. It's about 6'7", 6'8", big guy. So you just gotta have one of them, and then you gotta have a smart guy. Just a brainiac, and I'll have to go with Caden Camp. I go with Caden Camp.
Okay, and one more guy or no?
One more. Let's see. One more guy.
Maybe the funniest guy on the team, just to kind of keep things you know what I mean, like upbeat during those times.
You gonna laugh like it's one person. He's just gonna make you laugh regardless. Like it's just who he is, you know. And that's Marshall Jackson. That's my
All right.
that's my tackle, bro. He just gonna make you laugh. That's just him. Just not even meaning to be.
Gotcha. Well, Elijah, it's been nice meeting you and also knowing a little bit of your teammates there as well. Do need to wrap up our time. It's been fun. Obviously, you got a lot going on. Like you got a game to go out there and win. But along the way, man, you got to go out there and impress some scouts. You got to let them know that you deserve an opportunity at the next level. And so as we close up, tell them why you need to be drafted, signed, whatever, and given that opportunity. Close with your thoughts, okay?
With me, family is big. So family, being a part of a brotherhood, just being a part as one together. And so I'm a always give everything I got. Whatever it takes, I'm a go get it. That's the type of person I am.
Yeah, and again, we've kind of highlighted you as a player, a great all-purpose running back with, exceptional speed, who can, really be utilized as a receiver, as a special teamer, and a guy who, again, is not afraid to lower his shoulder and get a few extra yards. And I know that you're able to go out there and execute that and do well for your squad. So. Elijah, I want to wish you the best and you take care, okay?
Yes, sir. You too.
No, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Again, I got with me Elijah Young, running back, Western Kentucky. Check this guy out.